like I've got one of those long, tough days ahead. We shall just have to see how it goes. But I do have to go into town at some point, as usual. And we'll see how it goes for time. Here we are again, another week gone by. Yeah, it's been a bit of a strange week really. A little bit depressing due to not getting the job that I've been talking about. I got an email through saying that I hadn't got it. I've emailed them back actually because they kindly gave a link so that you could sort of go back and get feedback from them, but I haven't got that. They arrange a time, so I'm assuming it'll be a telephone call to talk to somebody about it. It's always good to get the feedback, in my opinion. The firm in question was Kelda, Yorkshire Water, and it was as a catchment operator, so working the sewage plants, and also you would document, you know, if a member of the public phoned in and said there was effluent going into a stream somewhere and stuff like that, and you would go and document evidence for those ready so that somebody can go out and remedy them. But yes, I didn't get that, so it's a bit depressing because I think I'd have really enjoyed that job, to be honest. But yeah, we've also had the Apple stuff, haven't we? Which in some ways has impressed, in other ways has failed to impress, really. It's, I don't know. I mean, I am going to upgrade purely because I need an upgrade. And I'm very conflicted. Initially I thought, yeah, I'll get the iPhone 10. And in some ways I would still like to get it, other than that cost is quite phenomenal really. I mean, yeah, you could get it on a contract, but it's still going to be quite a pricey contract. I was looking at there are some of the carriers have actually already put a forecast of what sort of contracts there's going to be on it, and you know, part of me saying, yeah, get it, it's the latest sort of thing, you know, it's the way it's you know, the way we're going to go sort of thing. But other parts of me, I don't know, because it's like you look at that. I think they should have redesigned the screen on it more than anything else. It shouldn't be the way it is. I think that's what's sort of putting me off it, is the way it's mainly that bit at the top. And then of course you look and it's like, you just think, what next? So they're going to do TVs with curved corners on the screens. You know, it just doesn't sit right. And then when you read it, viewable space is less. And so, you know, your screen size is going to end up smaller than what I've got now. Your actual proper sort of viewing experience, to have square corners and everything. It's just, and it just doesn't sit right. It is a lovely device, don't get me wrong. I mean, one of the things that it has got going for it is the stainless steel frame on it, which will make it very strong, although it could make it less resistant to impacts if dropped. Obviously the impact is going to be much tougher on the glass parts, and of course they have gone with a glass back, so you know that is going to be prone to shatters. You know, people are going to be dropping them as soon as they get outside the Apple shop, which somebody did one year with one of their phones, didn't they? I can't remember which one it was, but yeah, I mean, I need to upgrade. This one has been giving some more strange problems actually, of just shutting down and what have you randomly, usually at the point when the battery is low, but you just sort of like get a warning and then it'll just shut down on you, and especially in certain apps, which I've checked on another device and those apps are perfectly okay, so it's obviously to do with my device and its age. I mean, it's the 6 Plus, so you've got 3 years now. You know, so it's quite an old device in terms of that, and I haven't replaced the battery in it or anything like that, which it could do with more than anything else. So yeah, I'm thinking I might just get the 8 Plus. I've been having a bit of a nosy on the contracts and stuff like that, and at the minute my carrier, it comes out, it would appear as giving the better sort of deal on them in comparison to others. You know, the others look good on the face of it, but when you fully read into what you're getting for your money, I think I get better value with the contractor that I've got. So looking online, that is, and then if I ring them, I might be able to get a better deal. So I think that's what I'm going to do, but we should see yet. I might still even stick with this for a bit longer. I mean, it generally does what I want it to do. You know, the turn of speed obviously would be phenomenally different, and of course you would be getting the it'd be more like the 7, so you wouldn't have a physical button there, it'd be more of a, you know, you get the little vibrator under the fixed button, don't you? So I don't know, it's either that or I might just look at a deal on a 7, I don't know yet. I'm just, you know, in some, like I say, in some ways it's impressed, in other ways it hasn't. I think one of the great things they've added across the range really is wireless charging. Yes, alright, you've got to buy your own charger, you know. I just would have thought somebody would have done some deals. I mean, it's like, I think it's EE sort of nodding towards a deal on the phone and the watch together. And I just would have thought more of them would have gone into that, but of course EE is a big carrier and has more financial backing, so you know, it would stand to reason that they're going to be first to offer such a thing. So, you know, but yeah, I don't know. I'm still a bit, you know, on the edge of it all. Really, it's some, like I say, in some ways it's impressed, in other ways it really hasn't impressed. So, anyway, but it's like Apple TV, you know. Yeah, it's got more to it now and what have you, but it's still, I'm still not finding it that, you know, I don't really use the one I've got so much, because it's just everything that's there is on the Skybox as well, you know. Yeah, alright, if you start messing around, getting rid of this, getting rid of that, and pick this up and pick that up, yeah, with a bit of tweaking you could get yourself a better deal on the overall cost. But it's a lot of messing about, isn't it, you know. So you just think, well, I'll just pay the one cost to Sky. So, you know, and then sort of like if you got another box, you know, another Apple TV, and sign up for this, that and the other, but it still gets pricey in the end. So yeah, I'm not sure really, guys. It's just I suppose it's just been a bit of a depressing last week really. We're not getting that job. That's really sort of knocked me. That I thought, you know, I thought I suppose I maybe thought I had it in the bag a bit really, I think. And I was allowing myself to get a little too excited about it really. But anyway, today I've got to make dinner. It's a beef dinner, and then after that I've also got to dismantle a bed frame from upstairs and take it through to my daughter's house and re-erect it there. So all good fun, really. It's going to be quite a day. Right guys, got that last trip out. I'm puffing and panting a bit now because I've just had it all to... Can you see? Yeah, you can see it in the back there, yeah. Just been puffing and panting, dismantling it all. I mean, it's only like 4 big Allen screws, but then you've got to carry all those bits down the stairs. Bit at a time, then it was a bit of a mad dash making sure that the wife had everything before I left because she needed some milk for her pills and stuff like that. So yeah, it's been a bit hectic. So yeah, I mean, it's, what time is it? It's just gone 7, so obviously it's starting to get dark now, so you're going to see a lot of grain in this bit of footage probably. So yeah, when I get to the other end, obviously I've got to carry it all back upstairs. Fortunately, there's no mattress involved, it's just the frame. Apparently it's me granddaughter's frame that's collapsed basically, so they're just going to use the existing mattress. So what happens, it's one of those metal ones, you know what they're like. They're not the strongest of things, but they're fairly quick and easy to erect sort of thing. I don't even know why I turned this way. I should have gone down the bypass really. I'll cut across. That's what you get. A bit panicked and rushing. Oh no, I have got to go this way actually. I've got to go to my son's house first and drop off for him. So yeah, it's been quite a rushy sort of day really. It seems to be every Sunday at the minute. It's every Sunday, you know, and I'm like to everybody, the one day of the week, it's, you know, it's Sunday, that's all I ask for. You know, I already have a dinner to cook and my vlog to do. You know, I've always done my vlog on a sort of, well, right back in the beginning I know it's a bit sort of mishmash, but you know, I mean, I'd like to probably do more really, more shorter ones, which I'm still sort of like considering the whole. I think what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to do a short one at some point and put it on both channels. I think I might just put it on the, I don't know, maybe just put it on the tech channel. I'm not sure, but either way it'll be more tech based, like a tech based vlog, and see how it goes. And if it goes well, then, you know, I might then venture into putting my weekend vlog over onto the tech channel and see where it goes. I don't know, it's because the thing is, there is, I mean, it's not enough. There is a small amount of money still sitting over there in the analytics there, in the vlog channel. I'm not sure whether you can speak to Google and have them move that across to the other channel, or I'm not sure really. I suppose I need to speak to somebody really at Google about that and see if it's possible to sort of move that finance across and shut the channel down. I mean, it wouldn't happen for a long time, you know, it's more about, can I bring it all together in one channel? And, you know, obviously I've got to test the water first and see how it's going to do. You know, I don't want to negatively affect the tech channel, which is, you know, it's slowly still creeping up in subscribers and what have you. So, you know, I don't want to really negatively impact it. So, but yeah, it'll slowly happen over time. See what happens. But yeah, I'm not, you know, I've not got any sort of, you know, thoughts about what will happen, sort of thing. You know, it's just a case of I'll see how it goes. You know, it could go one or two ways, couldn't it? It'll either go up or it'll dive. So yeah, yeah, you can see the ISO is really starting to pump up now. It's getting quite grainy. So some odd clouds around today. There's been some fairly sort of like low clouds that have been really, really well defined. You know, it's like you can see a definite edge to them, and you've got a really three-dimensional effect because you can see other cloud behind them in the distance higher up and what have you. Railway crossings are down. They don't affect me though because I'm shortcutting past them. So, but yeah, like I say, I mean, I ain't got masses to talk about this week. You know, obviously I've talked about the job and Apple. I mean, that, you know, the iPhone 10, I mean, when you really think about it, you think, well, if I was actually going to go and buy one outright, I'd think, you know what, I could buy another MacBook with that nearly. So I was digging around earlier, by the way, and I dug out an old iPhone 5. I've still got my iPhone 5 there, that was the one that it went back under the Apple system and had a new battery fitted in the Apple store in Sheffield. It took some getting started actually, because it didn't. It had obviously got totally flat, 100%. You know, it was like it took about 20 minutes before it even sort of woke up. And I was thinking of maybe, I don't know, I was thinking of possibly using it just as a remote for the session. And then I thought, I don't know, I may as well just sell it. I mean, you don't get a lot for them now, I wouldn't have thought, the iPhone 5. It's still in rather good condition, really. Yeah, it's got the odd little nick in the paint, but there's no damage to the aluminium casing on it or anything. So I might sell it actually and see what happens. I don't know. So I've got somebody behind me. You're gonna have to come round with me because I'm pulling over. Right, so that's that job done. Now it's straight off to my daughter's house. Oh dear. You know, when I think about it, all the driving I do, I practically know this, practically the entire country like the back of my bloody hand. I mean, all the outlying areas, I haven't driven in them for quite some time now. I mean, there's places that I haven't driven for a very long time, but you know, when I think about it, when I think of all the places I've been and driven to myself over the years, it's quite crazy, really. So, yeah, I've got all these new houses gone up here. Yeah, a load of them. It's crazy, the amount of houses that are coming into the area. I mean, it's like even my village down the bottom end of the railway. There's all new houses going up, you know, where they've pulled old buildings down and stuff like that. It's obviously where the government has allowed things to happen. I mean, it's like the old sugar mills in the town that were down the side of the railway line at one point. It's all been flattened, and once somebody manages to slip the planning through, it'll all get turned into houses. And you just keep thinking, you'd do better to expand some of the town. You know, there's some, either expand the town or reduce the rents and just kill it off a bit, and just bring a big shopping commercial park out here, sort of thing. Yeah, out to the RAF camp that I'm about to pass in a few minutes. It's which, strangely enough, that's actually in use again. I only noticed it. I was just updating my drone. It was a couple of weeks or so ago. I was updating, making sure the software and everything was up to date. Because I was taking it out, and I didn't in the end, as it happened, but I was making sure that everything was up to date and working, because obviously DJ had brought in this new thing where if you didn't update, they would limit your aircraft to certain flight and range limits, and it's because of all these new fly zones that they're bringing in and what have you. And it was strange because I've been receiving the strange noise, the NOTAMs, daily, and I was just scrolling through one day and noticed Driffield mentioned, and I thought, well, that's odd. So I went and inspected it, and it turns out what's happened is, I don't know when exactly it was done, but I know it runs till the end of this month. What's happening is the old airfield, which is the patch just up here, just past these buildings on my right. I mean, some of these are used for building porter cabins and stuff in the big hangars, but that's the airfield over there now, and it's now being used for paragliding. And it mentions in the notes about it should be accepted as an open airfield, no control tower, and a winch with a set altitude. Whether there's a winch actually there or not, I don't know, but I have noticed there's a lot more air activity in our area in general. I've mentioned in the vlog, I even showed you one time there was a couple of paragliders and what have you, wasn't there? But we've also been getting a lot more other stuff in general, a lot more helicopters, which some of that could be paramedics, a lot more injuries down at the coast, obviously, because there's more people coming into the area for holidays and that. But what I hadn't seen in a long time, and I saw the other day, was some military aircraft, some military jets coming in low. And I just thought, yeah, if I'd had my drone up around there, that would have been, I'd have been the next near miss on report. Because I mean, they were low. I would say they were below the 400-foot ceiling, to be perfectly honest. So yeah, that's something to consider next time I'm out and about. And the thing is, once you hear one of them, it's on you before you've had a chance to do anything. Helicopters, yeah, sometimes the big ones, you can hear them from a good distance away, and you've got time to take an evasive manoeuvre with a drone sort of thing, either move it across or move it up or down. And some people forget that you could actually go down, up rather than down, depending on how low the helicopter is, because sometimes they do come across quite low, and they do have free range right down to ground level, of course. So, it's always worth bearing in mind. But with a military jet, when you hear it, it's on you. So, yeah, so obviously it's going to be worth bearing in mind if I take it up locally again. So, anyway, guys, we're at that point. I've not really got a lot more to say, so we will call it a day here. Because, like I say, it is getting dark now. It's starting to affect the video a lot, and I'm running out of stuff to say, and I'm waffling. So, do take care of yourselves, and I will see you guys next week. And I'm not going to say it because it'll only jinx my vlog next week. So, take care, guys, and I'll see you.